hitting the ball high. It's really not that difficult to do if you understand the principles, and it can really be a lot of fun. I think probably the most enjoyable and satisfying shot I can play in golf is when I'm behind a tree or an obstacle in trouble, and I'm able to get the ball up quickly and fly it to the green, particularly with a long iron. I have here a 1-iron in my hand, and let me show you how I go about hitting the ball up in the air. First of all, I'm going to use the same golf swing that I use with every other golf club. Let's just take that as a given. Secondly, I'm going to open the club face to put loft on the club. Well, you say, well, that's going to make the ball slice. It is if I place it off my left heel. If I move the ball up in my stance, then the club will come square later in the swing. Also, by moving it up my stance, I'll catch it a little bit more on the upswing, which will allow me to stay behind the ball and should throw the ball up in the air. Let me show you. Well, you might say that that'll also make the ball go shorter. Well, it does. So when you're hitting up over an obstacle, you probably need one more club to play that high shot. But also remember, when you're playing downwind is the other reason you're going to play a high shot, to stop the ball quickly on the green, so that the wind will compensate and give you the extra distance you need, and the high shot will stop the ball quickly. Most average golfers think to hit a high shot that you must remain behind the ball and also help it into the air by a good full release. Well, they're absolutely right, but the way they do it is that they leave the ball at the same place in their stance. They get behind the ball by going back to the right foot and then staying there and releasing from the top of the swing, which is casting. Something like this. Of course, they always finish the swing. Well, obviously, what's happened there is that the average golfer has lost power because he stayed behind the ball too long. He stayed on his right foot. He's casted his swing because he didn't move to his left side. What he should have done was move the ball up in a stance, opened his club face slightly. This keeps him behind the ball by moving the ball up. It also puts the loft on the club to get it up in the air. He was right, he must release it, but he moves to the left side so he gets his power too. Something like this. You can do that too. Just give it a little bit of a try.